I'm trying to
Imagine
more
those selected.
bottom side.
Yeah, bottom side. So first thing that I want everybody to start with, and we're going to do it two different ways, and maybe I'm just switching things up a little bit from my own brain here. But you're going to start with just understanding the grip to our baseball bat choke. We're going to do it with the gi. We can do it without the gi. I think the I'm putting you to sleep factor is a lot bigger when you're wearing the gi, whereas when you're not wearing the gi, you can't take a breath in. Like you're kind of getting a little bit neck crank. Maybe it eventually will put you out, but it's really about the fact that you can't breathe anymore. That people tap, right? They get crushed up to that position where you can't breathe in, you can't breathe out. Whereas I think the gi one is a little bit more choked. Unless you want to get choked, you better get off the mats. Off the mats. Hey, off.
Go.
All right, anyway. Going back. Everybody, I want you to start just sitting back, and just pay attention to the grip. Okay? This one, just like I would be here in side control, I have my thumb in.
Come here.
Punch grip. This one, I'm gonna come through, just like this. I want to take the cloth part of the gi and bring it in. Every time you pull. So here's what I do. I like to get these two motions to be kind of in tandem. So when I pull in, it's helping me get my elbow a little bit closer. So now I can start to lean and turn. Here's the other thing that's going to help you turn. Sprawl the leg closest to their legs back. It's going to help me, almost like you're going to case them. Put your ear on their chest. That's how I want you to do it. So here, as soon as I'm here like this, as soon as I pull in, sprawl this back. I'm cutting my wrists together. This is how I want you to finish. Everybody who doesn't understand this grip, you should get up right now and come over and check it out. I want to take the pressure off this. Does everybody see how, no matter what, it's good, pretty good. I'm going to loosen up so you don't. Okay, look. Does everybody see how close my wrists are together? I tell you to do this same exact thing when we do any of the X chokes from the guard, right? Any of the cross collar chokes from the bottom. What is it? It's always cut your wrist together, drive your elbows down, bring everything into your body. That last part puts my whole body strength into what we're doing and not just me squeezing and pulling with the arms. Most people in the beginning, and everybody will raise their hand, so I won't even ask the question who did this. Is like you start with an X choke, and the first thing people want to do is this, and that's not going to work. But that tells you, we tie stuff like that. That's how you get it tight. You get it tight for about maybe 1 second that way, right? So the idea with this is the same exact thing. If it feels like, one, it hurts my hands, two, I really feel like I have to squeeze hard at the end, you're not doing something right. This should be a mechanical grip. So you're going to take a couple of seconds here and get choked, and I don't even need a crazy setup for it. Once you get a little bit more comfortable, take your regular side control, which is this, here, even if wherever he has this, I don't know. It could be here, it could be here. Cross face. I'm going to get this first, and I'm just going to lean. Look, I'm going to lean into him here like this and just put a heavy cross face on so I can grab, just like this on the inside. And then pull, and then drop. Right? And then, even if he gets up, I'm going to keep walking, and he's going to have to follow. And what happens is eventually, he has to re-roll again and ends up on the bottom. If I just keep circling.
You want to show them that?
What's that?
You want to show them that?
Well, I think they'll figure it out. I don't think they're even going to get that far. That's like you really staying on top of it and being like 3 moves down the chain. I just want people to be able to get choked. So start, if you're really just thinking about the hands, you know how I do with the clinch? Where we do a drill, we're starting from the front headlock, right? And I'll say, all right, if you're not comfortable, I want you to lock up and then back up. And then lock up again and then back up. Until that part becomes natural, man, the rest of it's going to be wicked clunky. So the main part of the position you need to be able to understand. Like if I don't get the grips right in the beginning and I'm like, hold on a second, there's no way that I'm going to wrestle, hold you down, use my cross face, and not have to be looking at my hands to be able to figure out what's going on. Okay, so it has to be like a feel thing. Punch grip, inside grip. This is just how you're going to hold a baseball bat. If you're a lefty, it might be a little weird, or vice versa. So start here, get your finish. Start here. I want you to look, press, just like I would put pressure in the cross face. Then I'm going to come here like this. What am I doing as soon as I put my arms in? I'm gonna, fold my elbow, right? So I'm gonna, here, straighten, cut, and go for your finish. Last part of this. I know it sucks on your partner. If they're killing it, and you've already been choked 3 times, you're like, yeah, right, we got this. We're gonna get a lot of chokes today, you're doing great. Let me try a couple, and then I don't know, this is when if you're just sitting there for a couple minutes so everybody gets it, I'm fine with that. But if you're still working on it and you're not getting it, don't tap. Don't do your partner a favor. If you can still be like, hey, I think you could, if you can talk, it's not working. Okay? Where the problem is gonna be, and I'm gonna tell you, is at the end of the chain. Or should be what you think about at the beginning of the chain. I got my grip, okay, now I'm supposed to move, and the hands automatically relax, and then you lose all of your tension. Keep your hands grip tight as soon as you get your grip. Do not loosen your grip. And everything else is gonna be cutting your wrist together. All right, let's get some reps. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so first, side control. You get the strong punch grip right here, underneath. Now, normally I'd lean in to get some pressure in here, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to get underhand grip here. Now this right leg, I'm going to kick out, put everything together here, and I'm going to fall on this right hip and pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That felt like shit.
Word, right? Who said anything about blue belt moves? Got it. Literally
Like, I remember that being the most fun time of my life.
I had no responsibility. White belts are hunting you, upper belts are trying to fucking kill you.
Okay, so we're pretty good on this part. Can I get another body? Oh, get over here, buddy.
Nope, you. You have to have a neck to choke.
Yeah. It's way more enjoyable. So.
You probably can. I'll show you later. I bet you can actually, huh? Baseball bat choke.
So, baseball bat choke. Here, if I have to do this with no gi, yeah, it's the same. I like it better with the gi. It's easier. You're gonna die. Like good job. Here, it's gonna suck for a bit. You can still do it. Like if I was like, I don't know, Sahib or somebody who was very long in the forearm area, right? Like so in the forearms, right? So like it gives you a totally different leverage point for some of these grip baseball bat chokes. I mean his elbows are gonna overlap. And they're gonna it's gonna close on both sides. That's why John Jones has such good chokes too. Like he could get angles. Remember the one he hit Machida with on the face? But Machida was completely, he couldn't have been taller. Like normally you're not putting somebody out when they're standing that tall and they have an ability to move. But the way he was wrapped up, it was over. So I can still do this. So again, I'm just gonna use this grip, use your gable grip. What do I wanna do? I wanna pull everything in. I use my heel hook. Thumb part, right? This part here, and it's going to be into the front space, and then again from here, we're just going to lay through forward. So you can practice a couple of those as well. If you hurt your neck, there's a guy. Throw me a bone. Commercial. You can go see him. So, next part, position. This is gi, this is no gi. You can do it however you want. Okay. So we're starting here, introduce marriage picture. Now, this is a pretty common thing that ends up happening, right? Everybody usually frames like this here in this position. So what I want to do is I want to get in and get some sort of bicep control. So again, I'll do some sort of shoulder in the face to counteract the fact that it's pushing on me here. I'm going to bring my hand into the bicep like this, but one thing that you're going to have to do is exactly how I shifted my weight right here and get my elbow down. If you do this and start fighting here, he's going to shoot under it. He's going to go right out the back door. So I've seen people fail at this because they're like, I wanted that move we did in class, and when I tried to pin their arm down like this, just the pressure of that makes it very easy to go for the underhook. So I do a gooseneck, and then I roll all of my weight down on the elbow on that side. So if I do lose it, so the gooseneck helps me hold it in there a little bit better, so it's hard for him to just pull it out. But if I lose it, I just have my underhook together. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not leaning into it. The other part that you have to pay attention to is being here in your side control and not being too high. Because again, if I get here and he angles me really high, and I'm going to think I'm going to do here, I'm giving up the underhook again. It's going to happen so easy. So you can't have your weight up towards the head when you're attempting it. This is very great for MMA as well. So, shoulder in, yep, he's good to underneath my neck. This is how I like to set it up. Now the next part is like a rock. I'm going to now keep this low, but I'm going to change the energy to go towards my shoulder so I can bring my hands together. Instead of trying to do this, I'm going to come here, I'm going to lean the face, and now look how easy it was for me to get to this. Okay? This hand behind the head, knuckles face up. Because a big part of me turning them on its side, especially big, stronger people, is going to be my wrists. So I grab my wrist here like this. I'm going to roll my wrist, but we're going to AJ. I'm not going across, straight across here. I'm going to roll the wrist here. And if you notice, as soon as I get him up on the side, I want to get underneath this gooseneck here. Nice and high. We're here. I like to switch, I call it the Brock Lesnar grip, right? And you can use your other hand to push this out. Let me go. Fist. You can use your hand, but like fist is probably the best for me. Okay? All I want you to do is be able to get here. There are a lot of things that you can do, including trap this arm, you know. But what I want you to pay attention to is the choke that we just did. Once you get your opponent here, I can kind of just lean in. I can get this grip however the heck I want. And I can right away keep this one and come right back into this choke here. I can lay down and do it. I can pull him into the triangle. I would have pulled him into the triangle. He didn't get up, no problem. We'll take this here just like this. I can take the arm bar on that side. Any of those on a sit back because we've gotten up underneath this arm on the side. Okay? This is some of the stuff that I haven't covered in the other classes that I wanted to, but we spent so much time on the first part. I just want everybody to get here, and then I want you to focus on the baseball bat choke. Does that make sense? Standard baseball bat choke would have been, I'll do it one more time. This back, here, boom, boom, shoulder, grip, right? I'm gonna roll him forward this way. This, I get up underneath this arm over here. Boom, I switch to my one hand here. Okay. Just to feed for the regular baseball bat choke. I'm gonna bring my hands in just like this. You can't really do much of anything. I'm gonna pull this in, right? We're gonna drop down and go ahead and finish. When you come back, after you get that part down, and you can do a gi or no gi, so if you want to do the no gi grip with that one, go ahead and feel free. I'll show you the second part that I just did where we go for different stuff and pulling the triangles and moving the
So it doesn't matter how much slack you have, just leave it out
for
the baseball bat choke.
no, because I don't need anything else but what's between my hands, right? So this is all I need. You see where my hands are? I don't care about what the rest of the gi is doing.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna take that part and close it. Did you see like behind his neck? My wrist is already wrapping around his neck by bringing everything together. So as soon as I lean this way, look, it's already getting tight because you see my wrist is cutting in here, and then I bring my wrist together in the front. That kind of closes the whole choke. And it's gonna keep it tighter than me trying to depend on the exact amount of cloth I